What's up, everyone? Welcome to another video. It's the weekend. I'm gonna take a stroll down to my favorite coffee shop here in Tampa, get some coffee, and then walk back. Just getting some steps in since I usually don't walk that much on the weekend, and I try to get like 10,000 steps in a day. But I do want to take you guys through my usual weekend walk and primarily talk about what I think is the biggest difference between America and Bosnia. And one thing that I truly learned in America that I think truly changed my life. I remember when I was in Bosnia, everyone was like, "Oh, I just wish I was in America. I wish I was targeting American clients. Like, if I was in America, like I'll be super successful." America itself isn't gonna just change your life. It's when you realize how to play the American system, which I read a book maybe like 7 years ago, and it talked about building a abundant mindset. And I think this is the biggest difference between like Americans and Bosnians. The biggest thing that I noticed when I was in Bosnia is no matter what idea I shared, I was like, oh, I don't think that's gonna work here. Like, no one's gonna pay for that. They're not gonna pay that much. Like, why would you do that? Why would you move to Bosnia? Like, everything was just like negative, right? And everything's like super like a poor person mindset where like everything is scarce, like everything's limited. And that's true like everywhere. Like, if you think like things are limited, you're not gonna go aggressive and start chasing these big clients and start asking for these big management fees that we charge. But that's how America started. And like here, even just like Tampa, for example, there's so many like nice cars where you almost like look normal driving like a Lambo or like a Urus or a G-Wagon. Like, it's a normal car. While like in Bosnia, it's like a nice car is maybe like a new C-Class. And it's not the fact that like we make so much more money here. Like, we got to that level because we realized that there is so much wealth out there. And it just kind of starts trickling. Like, say you believe that your services are worth like 3K instead of 1K in Bosnia, right? So you find like a few clients that see the investment, they pay you more, you take that money, now you can pay your employees more, now they can pay more for rent because they're making more, and say they're making more so they're buying more things, and then whoever like you're marketing for, since everyone's making more, they can spend more money on whatever like these businesses are selling, and that business makes more and invest more into marketing. Like, it's just a whole different circle of money that kind of comes in and goes out. And I think the average number was like each dollar or like each whatever, like wherever you're located, like each one bill circulates 7 times. So if you make someone like $1, technically 7 more people made an additional dollar because they spend it more, like they give it away, whatever it is. And that's how you level up a society. Now, my thing isn't to raise the prices in Bosnia. Like, I'm not trying to make everything more expensive. But on a low scale, I do want people to hopefully understand that with an abundant mindset, you can truly achieve a lot. That's primarily what I'm doing when I go there. Everyone's telling me, like, there's no way clients are going to pay you 4K, 5K for marketing since the average marketing company charges like 1,000. Guess what? That's what they were charging here before too. That's what we started charging when we started a company. I mean, we used to charge like $500, and then we got to 1,000, then we got to 2,000, then we got to 3,000, and then 5, and now we're at 10K. So being in the same market, like, that kind of showcases how true this thing is that I'm like sharing. Being in the same market, and some people charging 1,000 and us charging 10K for the same service, just showcases that like it's all up to you, right? The one that's charging 1,000, that's all they think they can get. Us charging 10K, that's what we think we're worth. So it just comes down to what you truly think you're worth. And the clients will find value if you position yourself correctly. Like, just like cars, like there's some people that can't pay more than 5K for a car, and to them that's like crazy expensive. And there's people that spend $1 million on a car, and to them that's pretty much the same as the person that spends the 5K. So there's truly like a market for everyone. That's one thing that I realized. You just have to decide what market you want to target, because there are people, no matter where you're located, that have money, that can spend money if they see the value. And like I said, like me moving to Tampa and like just seeing the fact that like so many people got nice cars, so many people are wearing Rolexes, so many people are making millions. I was like, why can't I? Because if they can do it, I can do it. And that kind of trickles down. Like people see me doing it now, they're like, if he can do it, I can do it. And I think in Bosnia, what we're missing is just more of that. More people seeing that it is doable, and more people seeing that people are making millions, right? Because there are people in Bosnia that are making millions. And I just don't think it's like exposed like it is here. Like people that got money, they're just exposed. Like you see them going out, you see them spending money on bottles, on restaurants, on cars, on watches, on clothes. And I think the fact that Bosnia is more conservative, you don't see it. And then when you don't see it, you're like, I don't know if that's even possible here. But my belief is that it is. And I'm excited to kind of test that out when I move to Bosnia. And I don't know, through my journey, you guys will follow along and see if I'm correct or not. But I think I am, because the same truth was in Tampa as well. So this is Water Street. This is kind of like a new development. It's probably like 3 blocks away from our place. And we usually come here to get my coffee because I get a walk-in and I get some nice coffee. And then downtown's over there, a little skyline. It's nothing crazy. It's not like a big city. Like it's not like crazy developed. But there's just like a lot of movement here. There's like a lot of new people moving here. A lot more potential than like 10 years ago. There's more buildings over there. And when I moved there like 7 years ago, there was nothing here. And I think being here while it was developing definitely helped me kind of grow with the city. The only issue that I've found with abundance is that there's no ending to it. When you have an abundant mindset, you always find people that are doing better. You think that you can always push to the next level, which you can, and that's the problem. Like you just never stop seeing the next level and be like, yeah, I can achieve this. And sometimes one rule actually that like I really embed in my life is just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should. So just because I could make more, and just because I could invest more time into the business and really scale it and make more money and buy more expensive cars and spend more on watches and clothes and real estate and properties, doesn't mean that I should. And the biggest reason that like I am transitioning to Bosnia is because it's very hard to say, okay, I'm happy where I am here, because you kind of start like noticing other people doing it, like I want that. And then it's like, in order to fall into certain circles, they want to see that you have like the nicer things. Unfortunately, that's how it is in America, and it just never ends. And my thing is like, you work hard enough where you are fulfilled and you can do everything that you ultimately wanted to, and then it's like important to focus on other things in your life, like family, traveling, I don't know, just spending time doing things that you enjoy doing. And that's like my biggest concern also in America, is the fact that with a abundant mindset, like you just spend too much of your life just chasing. And I have a lot of like friends and clients and even like people that I just met in Tampa that are just like empty. It's because like they achieve so much, but like while you're chasing, you do need to let go of a lot of things. Like it's hard to focus on relationships. It's hard to like trust people. You do lose yourself a lot through that process. So like I believe there needs to be like a balance, and I think the best way to really do it is even before you start really like making money, like create like your perfect life. Like create the vision board. Like what does it look like? And when you achieve that, let that be it. The issue with like humans is whenever we achieve something, we're only happy for like that moment, and then we like want to chase the next like stage, the next level. Without you writing down exactly what your perfect life looks like, you won't ever know when to stop. Ultimately, my recommendation is like write down what you look like, how much money are you making, where are you living, what does your family look like, what kind of car are you driving, and when you achieve those things, maybe you can like kind of go off that a little bit, because obviously over time, you know, the quality of things change. Like obviously where you want to live now, maybe like it's not cool anymore in like 10 years, but make sure it doesn't deviate too much from the original plan. And those are like the biggest life lessons that I learned. First one is actually developing the abundant mindset, but the second one is actually controlling the abundant mindset, because both places are dangerous. The one that has a scarce mindset, but also the one that just has a consistent abundant mindset and just doesn't know how to stop at a certain level. That's why you kind of see a lot of people that get into trouble, because they see opportunity and they make more and make more and make more, and they put themselves in this dark area or like gray area where maybe what they're doing isn't the smartest decision, maybe it's not the safest decision, but they just see like endless amount of money to be made there, and they just don't stop, and they put themselves in tough situations where they either get burnt or their partner kind of screws them, or legally they get in trouble. I mean, you guys see a lot of movies there. So like you notice that like, okay, they have everything, but they lost everything. And it's because they never knew how to like actually put a balance to their life. And that's it. That's the biggest thing that I wanted you guys to take away from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee, and then I'm gonna head home and get some work done. Peace.